Hey, what's up everybody? This is Ron and welcome to Day Core On Demand. Today we're going to be doing a 26-minute full body workout with the Rhino. Now the great thing about the Rhino is you can do it anywhere. It's easy, compact, you can take it to wherever you need to go. If you're traveling for work, whatever the situation is, you can take your Rhino and get your Lagree workout in wherever you are. So we're going to start with very basic moves that you would do either on the Microformer or the Megaformer. So we're going to start with the wheelbarrow. We're going to start with our knees on the Rhino and our hands on the ground. Let's begin. So we're going to start in that modified plank, and from here we're going to push back as far as we can through the shoulders and then slowly squeeze back in with the lats and triceps. So this is a great way to modify the move and get used to doing it. But if you want to advance it, you're more than welcome to do it from your toes. But no matter how you do it, make sure your shoulders are relaxed, away from your ears, arms are straight, eyes up, finding that focal point. When you extend out, do not allow your hips to sink to the floor, keep that stomach hollow. And as you squeeze back in, your knees will not tuck, your butt will not lift in the air. And we're breathing in through the nose, slow 6 to 8 count as we push it out. Out through the mouth, 6 to 8 count as we bring it back in again. Now we have 10 more seconds and we're gonna take this into the bear. We're doing it in 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, here we go. So we're gonna start modified first. So still on the modified plank, and from here slowly bringing the knees in underneath the waistline. Exhale, tight squeeze in the lower abs, and then slowly extend your knees right back out again. Remember, if you want to advance it, you could come on up to your toes and do the same exact thing. So if you're on your knees, you're going to start in a modified plank and then you'll come up into tabletop. But if you're on your toes, you're going to remain in the tabletop position the entire time. So when you extend the knees away, hips are not going to drop to the floor. And as you tuck the knees in, the hips will not lift above your shoulders. Your shoulders stay relaxed. They stay directly over your wrist. Your eyes are up, finding that focal point, and we're breathing. Exhale, squeeze and tighten the lower abs, and then slowly extend it away. Now we have 10 more seconds, and we're gonna go up into a plank to pike. And 5, 4, 3, 2. So we're extending the knees out, and from here, we're gonna pike the hips up high, squeeze tighten the lower abs, again, and slowly extend right back out into the plank position, finishing hollow, tabletop, eyes up, and repeat the process. Remember, if you want to advance, just come on up to your toes and do the same exact thing. So what that looks like is here, and then slowly taking those hips up nice and high, squeezing the lower abs, and reaching right back out into that hollow tabletop plank position. But we're going to stay in that modified version and piking it up, making sure the shoulders again remain directly over the wrist, relaxed and away from your ears. And as the hips pike, you are not pulling with your quads or hip flexors, lower abs exclusively. Now we have 5 more seconds. We're going to put the elbows down and go to a side saw. In 3, 2, extend the knees out, and now let's come on down to the elbows. From here, we're going to open the hips up towards the right elbow. And here, pushing the shoulders back as far as we can, and then squeezing in with the lats and left side oblique. Now, as we push back, we're going to keep that left oblique hollow, which means the hips are not going to drop to the floor. You squeeze in, the knees will not tuck, the butt will not lift in the air. Shoulders stay relaxed, away from the ears, eyes up, and as we squeeze in, let's try to finish. Shoulders directly over the elbows, maybe stop a little bit before. That way we keep the left oblique engaged. Now we're down to the last 15 seconds, and we're gonna take this into a kneeling side crunch. In 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. So here we go. Shoulders directly over the elbows. Now we're gonna bring both knees in to the right elbow. And then slowly extending right back out again, finishing hips level with the shoulders and eyes up. But as we tuck again, the head will go in tight to the chest, the left oblique going up nice and high, reaching for the ceiling, trying to get the knees as close as possible to that right elbow for maximum squeeze of that left oblique. And again, mindfulness of your shoulders. They are relaxed. They are away from your ears. They are directly over your elbows the entire time. That big exhale. Getting a nice tight crunch and then slowly extending away. Now we have 15 seconds and we're gonna take this into a side plank, modified. And 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. So now our left forearm down, our knees on the rhino. And from here we're holding the side plank. I want you to be left shoulder directly over the left elbow. Left shoulder relaxed and away from your ear. So don't jack it up to your ear. Your head in a neutral position, not dropping down to the ground, and hips up nice and high, squeezing tight in that left oblique. Now we have about 8 more seconds. We're gonna slowly bring the knees into the waistline for side plank crunch. And 3, 2, here we go. Slowly bringing the knees in, and then slowly extending back out. So as we bring the knees in, let's try to pick the hips up a little bit higher to dig deeper in that left oblique. You're looking great. Stay with it. We have 15 seconds, and we're gonna come up for the elevator lunge. You have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, here we go. So now we're gonna step our left foot down to the ground, the right foot on a rhino. Then we're gonna slowly extend the right leg away, bending the left leg 90 with a slight hinge of the upper body. If you're not comfortable hinging, you can keep the upper body upright. Then we're gonna drive through the left heel, squeezing the left side, glute, hamstring, and quad. Now, whether you're hinging or not, we're still chest up, shoulders back, core tight, hips square in front of you. So your hips will not turn to your right side, and you will not pull with your right leg. To make this lunge work, we are starting from the ground up, pushing through the left heel. Then stay mindful of your left knee. It should be directly stacked over your ankle. Now we're down to our last 10 seconds. We're gonna go 90 degrees on the left leg and pulse it out. And 5, 4, 3, 2, we're right here. And now short little control pulses. Very small ranges of motion, maybe an inch up and an inch down. That's all we'll need. Building that burnout with every single pulse. That's it, looking good. Trying to keep that left quad as flat as possible, the right leg as straight as possible. We have 10 more seconds. We're gonna keep the left leg at 90 and kick in and out with the right leg. So that would be a carriage kick. And 3, 2, left leg stand at 90. Slowly bring the right knee underneath the waistline, no closer. And send it right back out again. So as you're kicking in and out with the right leg, the left leg shouldn't change. The quad is still flat, the knee is still over the ankle. Now we have 15 seconds, and we're gonna come up for a side lunge. You have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, here we go. So now, our left foot down, our right foot still on that rhino, and from here, shifting over to the left and slowly sending your right leg away. Then we're standing back up, driving through that left heel again, squeezing the left side, glute, hamstring, and quad. Now right away, make sure your left hip and knee are aligned with one another, directly over the floor or wherever you're standing. So which means, as we go down, we're not gonna shift over to the right side. Keep that hip and knee alignment. And we're also gonna treat it like a squat. So as you go down, hips are going behind you, knee over the ankle, and chest up nice and tall, sitting in that imaginary chair. And as we lift out of that chair, we're not gonna pull with the inner thigh of the right leg. Allow your left leg to do the work. Now we have 5 more seconds. We're gonna go down deep and pulse on that left leg. And 3, 2, here we go. Left leg at 90. Now short little pulses again, not too much. An inch up and an inch down is all we want with that pulse. And keeping it super slow, intentional movement, no bouncing. That's it, we're looking great. Stay with it, we're almost there. We have 10 more seconds. We're gonna keep the left leg at 90 and skate in and out with the right. You got 5, 4, 3, 2, keep the right leg at 90. Now slowly squeeze in. Now you can use that right inner thigh and slowly send it away. While you're doing this, the left leg better not change. That quad is still flat, still maintaining the hip and knee alignment. We're looking great, stay with it. Now we're down to our last 10 seconds. We're gonna lay down for a hamstring curl. We're at 5, 4, 3, 2, here we go. So now we're gonna lay flat on the back, our heels on a rhino, pick the hips up high, and then we're curling all the way in until the knees are over the ankles, and then slowly extending all the way back out again. Now, if you need to modify this, you can put your butt down to the ground and curl from there, making it exclusively about the hamstrings. Otherwise, hips are up, and we're working glutes and hamstrings simultaneously. Either way, you're giving me that 10 Mississippi count, extending all the way out, that 10 Mississippi count, curling it all the way back in again. Always stand in control. That's it, stay strong, we're almost there. We have 10 more seconds. We're gonna bring knees over the ankles and pulse up and down. And 5, 4, 3, 2, here we go, knees over ankles, and now we're pulsing up and down. So we're gonna drop 1 inch, lift 1 inch. That's it again. Short little movements, nothing too big. Keeping the glutes and hamstrings engaged. Glutes are staying engaged by giving me that pulse. Hamstrings are staying engaged by not allowing that rhino to move. Keep it in place. Now we have 5 more seconds. We're gonna pick the hips up high and hold it. In 3, 2, hips up. Let's hold it right here. Stay nice and strong, don't break. We're gonna give the legs a break in about 20 more seconds, but stay strong in the meantime. And in 20 seconds, we're gonna go for what I call a rope climber. Stay with it. You have 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, here we go. So now we're gonna turn over again. Get the knees back on the rhino. And we're gonna start with our right hand. So, your right hand down on the ground, your left hand out in front. And from here, we're gonna bend the right arm like a tricep push-up, the left arm straight, like we're doing a wheelbarrow. So extend away, keep that right tricep close to the body, and push through that right palm to squeeze that tricep. And then squeezing with the left hand, activating lat and tricep simultaneously. While you're here, keeping your chest, shoulders, hips square. If you need to, you can separate the knees a little bit more to make sure that's happening. Now we have 10 more seconds, and we're gonna take this into a cobra. We have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, here we go, let's come in. Now from here, you're in that modified plank position, and from here, sending the rhino back, bending at the elbows, lightly. Tap the elbows down, and then drive through the palms, lifting the elbows right back up again. Now, if you need to modify this further, don't go down quite as low. Take it to about 45 degrees or less, wherever you're comfortable, and rise from that position. But same rules apply no matter what. Both elbows are going down at the same time. Both elbows lift up at the same time, and the triceps will stay directly over the elbows. I'm sorry, the shoulders will stay directly over the elbows. That's it, looking great. Now we're down to our last 15 seconds, and we're gonna go for that rope climber on the other arm. We have 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, here we go. Now, get your right hand in front, left hand behind. And we're bending that left elbow, keeping it close to the body, and then that simultaneous push and pull. So we're pushing with the left tricep off the ground, and we're pulling with the right lat and tricep as we rise up. Still, chest and shoulder square, shoulders relaxed away from the ears, eyes up. That's it. Square hips, separate the knees if you need to make sure that's working for you. Excellent job, everybody. Stay with it. We're almost done with this arm series, and we're going back to the obliques. We have 15 seconds, and we have that side saw coming up in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Here we go. So now elbows are down again. This time the hips are opened up towards the left elbow. And from here, pushing back as far as we can and squeezing them with the lats and right side oblique. Remember, your hips should remain level with your shoulders the entire time. So as you push back, hips aren't dropping to the floor. You squeeze in, no knee tuck or butt lift. Shoulders relaxed, away from the ears, and as you squeeze in, try to stop, shoulders directly over the elbows or slightly before to keep that right oblique engaged. Now we have 20 more seconds, and we're gonna take this into the kneeling crunch. Kneeling side crunch to be exact. We have 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Here we go. So from here, slowly bringing the knees in to the left elbow. Then slowly extending right back out again. Finishing hollow tabletop, eyes up. But as you crunch it in again, the head goes back to the chest. The right oblique, nice and hollow. Trying to get the knees as close as you can to that left elbow. And staying mindful of those shoulders again. Relaxed, away from the ears, and directly over the elbows at all times. Then make sure we're breathing. In through the nose, slow 6 to 8 count as we reach away. Then out through the mouth, 6 to 8 count as we tuck in. Now we have 15 more seconds, and we're going back to the side plank, modified. In 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Here we go. I'm gonna turn towards you. So now the right forearm down on the ground, knees on a rhino, and we're holding that side plank. So from here, again, the right shoulder directly over the right elbow. The right shoulder relaxed and away from your ear. Your head in a neutral position, not dropping down to the ground, and hips up nice and high, squeezing tight in that right oblique. Now we're down to our last 5 seconds, and we're gonna tuck the knees in 3, 2, here we go. Slowly bring the knees into the waistline, and then extending it right back out again. Good job. So remember, as we tuck the knees in, we wanna try to get the hips up a little bit higher to dig deeper in that right oblique. But that shoulder over the elbow position shouldn't change. Now we have 5 seconds, and we're coming back up for our elevator lunge. In 3, 2, here we go. So we're on our feet now. Right foot on the ground, left foot on the slider. And from here, slowly extending that rhino away, bending the right leg 90 degrees. Then we're standing back up, driving through that right heel, squeezing that right side, glute, hamstring, and quad. Again, if you prefer to keep your chest up, you're more than welcome to. If you want to hinge, you're more than welcome to. Either way, chest and shoulders are square in front of us. Hips aren't turning to the left side. We're not rounding that back either. Chest up, shoulders back, core tight, hips square. And as we execute the lunge, we're pushing through that right heel to squeeze that glute hamstring and staying mindful of that right knee, keeping it over that right ankle. 5 seconds left. We're going down for that pulse. And 3, 2, here we go. Let's do it. That inch up and down, nice and easy. Of course, we are not bouncing. Remember, intentional movements. The inch up, the inch down, maintaining optimal control. That's it, very nice. Now we have about 10 more seconds. We're gonna keep the right leg at 90 and kick in and out with the left. And 5, 4, 3, 2, right leg stand at 90. Now slowly bring that left knee in, underneath the waistline, no closer, and sending it right back out again. While we are doing this, the right leg should not change. The quad still flat, the right knee still directly over the ankle. Now we have 15 more seconds, and we're gonna come up for the side lunge. We have 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, here we go, we're standing up. I'm facing you, right foot still on the ground, left foot still on the rhino. Straighten out the left leg, shift to your right side. Then slowly extending that rhino away, bending the right leg 90. And then standing back up, driving through the right heel, squeezing the right side glute, hamstring, and quad. Again, keeping in mind, the hip and knee of the right leg will remain aligned with one another. So we will not shift to the left side as we go down. Then treat it like a squat. So as you sit, hips are going back behind you, right knee directly over the right ankle, chest up tall, sit in that chair, pushing through the right heel to lift, not squeezing with the inner thigh of the left leg. Not yet anyway, that's gonna come. Now we have 10 more seconds. We're gonna go down deep and we're pulsing. And 5, 4, 3, 2, here we are. That inch up and down, nice and easy. Again, no bouncing, intentional. Short, little controlled movements with every single pulse. That's it, looking good. We're trying to get that burn and build up with every pulse we go for. That's it, and we're feeling it right now. We have 10 more seconds. We're gonna keep the right leg at 90, and we're gonna skate in and out with that left leg. And 3, 2, right leg stay at 90, slowly squeeze in. So now, we are activating that left side in the thigh, but simultaneously, keeping that right leg working. So don't you stand any taller, and don't you shift in and out with that rhino. We have 15 seconds, and we're gonna lay down for the hamstring curl. We have 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, here we go. So we're laying down, heels on the rhino, flat on our backs, and from here, slowly curling all the way in. Now remember, this is our modified version with your butt staying down to the ground, focusing exclusively on the hamstrings. But if you want to make it a bit more challenging, pick the hips up and get the glute and hamstring activation simultaneously. Either way, we're going 10 Mississippi all the way in, super slow, least amount of reps possible. Then 10 Mississippi, extending it all the way back out again. That's a good work. Get those hamstrings and glutes burning every time in. Now we have 10 more seconds. We're gonna curl all the way in and pulse it up and down. And 5, 4, 3, 2, here we go, curl in. Now we're up and down with the pulse. Again, all it is an inch up and an inch down. That's all we get with each pulse. No more, no less. Keeping the glutes and hamstrings activated. That's a very nice work. Now we have 10 more seconds. We're gonna pick the hips up high and we're gonna hold it there. We have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hips up, and let's hold it. So this is our last 30 seconds of legs and we're done with them. Then we're gonna finish today out with the little core circuit. We have 15 seconds and we're gonna go for an inchworm. That is a body saw kneeling crunch combo. We have 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, here we go. So now, we're getting our knees back on the rhino. We're gonna start in a modified elbow plank. Now the first thing we're gonna do is the body saw. Squeeze in, and then we're going into the kneeling crunch. So this is gonna be a 4-part move. Let's break it down. Step 1 is the elbow plank. Step 2 is the body saw. Step 3, back to the elbow plank. And step 4, into the kneeling crunch. We're gonna break it down like that, step by step, allowing the muscles to work where they should. Step 1 is that core engagement. Step 2, that lat pull. Step 3, back to the core engagement. Step 4, center abs for that tight kneeling crunch. Now we have 5 more seconds. We're gonna continue on with the body saw, but add a cobra. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, let's go right to it. So from here, now we're lifting the elbows up. Then we're slowly placing those elbows down and going back to it again. If you can, I would love for you to do the same 4-step process. But if you need to modify, here's how you can do it. Use a little momentum from the body saw to help lift the elbows up. But the very second the elbows rise, slow down again and allow the triceps to work the rest of the way. Try not to use momentum all the way to the top. But either way, remember what we talked about earlier. Both elbows going down at the same time. Rock back for that body saw, squeeze in, and both elbows lifting up at the same time. Shoulder staying over the elbows. But we're almost there. Here's the home stretch. We have 10. 9, let's get one more rep. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and time. Great job, everybody. Way to make it through that 26-minute full body rhino workout. I would love for you to come back and try it out some more. We're gonna try different variations of things we could do on the Megaformer, but applying them to the rhino. So we'll see you next time. Take care.